Today I'm going to show you how to make homemade hamburger helper two different ways. We've got a cheeseburger version and a lasagna version, and these are completely plant-based one-pot dinner recipes that can be made in 30 minutes or less. They're super delicious, hearty, and comforting, but completely vegan and very easy to make. If you're excited about this video, give it a thumbs up and let's get started with the first recipe. We're gonna start with the cheeseburger flavor, and this is not only a one-pot dinner recipe, but it's also a hidden veggie recipe. And I love hidden veggie recipes because it's such an easy way to eat more plants in 2024 because it's undetectable. You're eating a delicious, hearty, nostalgic, comforting bowl of pasta, but you have the added benefit of having the vitamins and the minerals and the fiber, all of that mixed in there, and you don't even realize you're eating it. So it's such an easy way, and I think a really realistic way to eat healthier in 2024. So let me show you how to make it. All right, so the first step is just to brown the vegan ground beef. So I've got 2 tablespoons of olive oil in a big pot like this, and I'm going to add 14 ounces of vegan ground beef. This is the Gardein frozen ground beef, and it is really good in this recipe. I use this one all the time, but I also like the Abbott's Butcher ground beef. That one is made from pea protein and mushrooms, and both of them work really well. I kind of use them interchangeably whenever I make this recipe. So we'll cook that for 2 to 3 minutes and then add lots of flavor with 3/4 of a teaspoon of chili powder, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon pepper, and 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Then we'll cook this for 2 to 3 more minutes, and then we're gonna transfer these beef crumbles to a plate and set this aside. This is a one-pot recipe, so we don't have to wash the pot out first or use a whole bunch of other pots and pans. We're just going to return it directly back to the stove. The little bit of caramelization on the bottom is flavor, so we don't wanna wash that out. We wanna use that when we're making the vegan broth that we're gonna cook our pasta in. So we'll add 6 cups of water along with 2 veggie bouillon cubes, and we'll bring that to a boil and then add our pasta. Now I like using a fusilli pasta or any kind of spiral pasta like this. Whenever you have a spiral pasta, it really helps to hold on to the sauce and makes every bite super flavorful. We're gonna cook this for 10 minutes or 1 minute shy of the recommended cooking time on the package. And in the meantime, we'll quickly make our sauce. So here I've got a 1/2 cup of cashews, 1 cup frozen butternut squash, 3/4 of a cup of soy milk, 1/3 of a cup of nutritional yeast. And for our spices, we have a 1/2 teaspoon each of salt, onion granules, and garlic granules. And finally, 1/8 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I'm gonna add this to the blender. I like to add my liquids first before the dry ingredients so that you don't have any sticking on the sides of the blender. Blend until this turns into a nice and creamy, cheesy sauce. And then when the pasta is done cooking, we'll ladle out 1 1/4 cups of the pasta water and add the noodles back into the pan along with the cheesy sauce, the vegan ground beef, 1 cup of the pasta water, and 1 cup of vegan cheddar cheese. Mix this all together and cook for 3 to 5 minutes until you have a thick and glossy sauce. And then it's time for the finishing touch, aka the secret ingredient that really makes this taste like cheeseburger macaroni, and that is 2 teaspoons of pickle juice and 2 teaspoons of fresh lemon juice. As you can see, this turns into such a rich and creamy sauce, and you have so much bright, delicious cheeseburgery flavor from the mix of vegan cheddar cheese, spices, and the little hint of acidity and brightness that you get from the pickle juice and lemon juice. It is such a delicious combination. One thing you can do to enhance the meatiness and make this taste even more like the original is actually to saute 1 to 2 teaspoons of vegan Worcestershire sauce in with the vegan ground beef, and that will just add a little bit more depth and a little bit more richness and make it taste even more meaty. You could also swap the veggie broth when you're boiling the pasta and use vegan beef broth instead. It doesn't have any meat in it, it's just a blend of herbs and spices, but it has more depth and more richness, and it will really bring home that beefy flavor that Hamburger Helper is kind of known for. I like to get a lot of my flavor boosters like nutritional yeast, tomato paste, miso paste, all that stuff on Thrive Market. That's where I tend to get a lot of my pantry goods because they have such incredible prices and I save a trip to the grocery store. I've personally been a member of Thrive Market since 2017 and I'm still going strong, and I teamed up with them to bring you this video because they are offering you guys 30% off your first order and a free gift worth up to $60. If you don't know, Thrive Market is a membership-based online grocery store, and they have so many of the brands that I normally see at my grocery store but at a discounted price. You can actually see the discount right there on the screen. I always save money when I shop there, and it's so easy because I just click the vegan filter, and I also like to click the organic filter a lot of the times, and everything that doesn't fit into that criteria just goes away. So I can quickly shop, I can easily find the things I'm looking for. It's also how I found some of my favorite vegan snacks and chocolates and body products and home products. They have so much variety and so much to choose from. So if you want to check it out, definitely click the link in the description box below. And when you click the link to join today, you will get 30% off your first order and a free gift worth up to $60. So I hope you guys will enjoy that. And now we're gonna make a lasagna version of Hamburger Helper. And this one is really quick and easy to make. So similar method here, we're gonna start by browning our vegan ground beef. I've got 3/4 of a teaspoon of dried oregano, a 1/4 teaspoon salt and pepper. We're gonna start with 2 tablespoons of olive oil, add the vegan ground beef in there. We've got a 14-ounce bag of the vegan ground beef from Gardein. And I'm just gonna cook that for 2 minutes, add 2 crushed garlic cloves and 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Then we're gonna cook this for another 2 to 3 minutes until it is nicely incorporated, and then set that aside just like we did before. Next, we're gonna boil our pasta, and you can use fusilli again or any type of short pasta that you like, but I really love this cavatappi pasta. It has a nice, like a spiral curl, and it really holds on to sauce. It has such a nice texture, and it's absolutely delicious. So I'm gonna add that along with my 2 bouillon cubes and 6 cups of water, and I'm gonna make the creamy tomato sauce. So for this, we've got a 1/2 cup of raw cashews, 1 jar of marinara sauce, a 1/2 cup of unsweetened soy milk, 1/3 cup of nutritional yeast, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon black pepper, and a 1/4 teaspoon dried oregano. I like to add the milk into the jar of pasta sauce and give it a good shake to make sure that we get every last bit of that sauce. This is something my grandma used to do every time she made pasta, and it makes sure that nothing goes to waste. So I'll add that into the blender, and when we mix this all together, the milk and the cashews and the spices will blend into the tomato sauce and make this really delicious and creamy tomato sauce that has such a nice texture. And when you cook this together with a little bit of pasta water and you toss it with the pasta, it is just irresistibly creamy and so flavorful. When the pasta is done cooking, I'll ladle out 1 1/4 cup of the pasta water, and then I will return the noodles to the pot and add 1 cup of pasta water, the creamy tomato sauce, the vegan ground beef, and 1 cup of vegan mozzarella cheese. We'll cook this for 3 to 5 minutes and stir it up so that it really gets glossy and you get this beautiful sauce that really clings to the noodles, and then you're done. You can go ahead and serve this with a handful of parsley or Italian parsley or basil is what I meant to say, but fresh herbs on top just give it a beautiful pop of color, and of course added flavor and nutrients too, and this is absolute heaven. Another thing you can do if you want to add some extra veggies is finely chop some mushrooms, either by hand with a knife or just pulse a couple times in a little veggie chopper like the one that I love and I always talk about, just so that it's about the size of the vegan ground beef crumbles. And you'll saute that together with the vegan ground beef, and that will cook all together, and you basically end up with like half mushroom, half vegan ground beef. So you're getting extra nutrients, extra fiber, but it all just kind of blends together and tastes like a really rich, meaty pasta dish. So that is a great way to sneak in some veggies as well. I hope you guys enjoyed both of these recipes. They're going to be in the description box below. They're printable, so you can definitely just print them out, pop it up on the refrigerator if you want to make it easy while you're cooking. And I can't wait to hear which recipe you're going to try first, either the cheeseburger or the lasagna. So comment below and let me know. Don't forget to check out my new cookbook, Vegan Party Planning, if you want even more recipe ideas, and check out the link for Thrive Market if you are stocking up on groceries this weekend. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in a video very soon. Bye.